All right. Today I put every single NBA player back in their prime. They are also young. Every team is exactly how it is right now, except you got guys like Brook Lopez being an 87, Kevin Love at a 91, and Gordon Hayward with ankles. And there's still free agents that have yet to be signed, like Boogie, Melo, Dwight, Rondo. Dwight's actually in what's it called now? Where did he go? Madagascar? I don't know. They threw Dwight somewhere random. I think I was about to say Taiwan. That would have been right? And on top of that, you still got Victor ready to join the league. John Wall's also back in his prime, although he's been playing pretty great in real life. Prime Victor Oladipo, Mike Conley, Derrick Rose, Russell Westbrook, DeAndre Jordan, Chris Paul, and Draymond Green, and Iguodala, and hell, even Clay, yeah. And like I said, still free agents to be signed. All right, cool, let's simulate. And it's looming on my mind right now. I thought I'd make a little announcement. I was actually approached with the opportunity to join a podcast. I am now a part of the Media Merchants. Yes, I came up with the name. It's me, Dom2K, and our young prodigy, Kobe. It's a new channel. I'll link it in the description. Cool little NBA podcast or whatever, something like, you know. All right, great, cool. NBA All-Star Draft, whatever. Carmelo Anthony is a starter, so that probably means that he signed somewhere in case I'm an idiot. And so is Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard's on the bench though. I also, salary cap is off, and this is going to go for multiple years. So Carmelo Anthony signed a one-year deal with the team that gave him a jersey for the game he never played, the Atlanta Hawks. The Suns signed a prime LaMarcus Aldridge. Dwight Howard went to the Pacers. Marcus Cousins to the Heat. Rajon Rondo went back to the Mavericks, where he used to fight with Rick Carlisle. Kemba Walker went back to the Knicks. Kings got Joe Johnson, a prime Jabari Parker to the Nets, prime Paul Millsap to the Timberwolves, and Isaiah Thomas to the Celtics. I completely forgot about him. These are actually all pretty good fits for almost all of these players. Melo slots in nicely at the 3. I don't know why Trey is off the bench right now. With all that being said, Luka still won the MVP. Jaden Ivey, rookie. Ben Simmons, 6-man. DPOI at 90 overall. Draymond. D'Angelo Russell was like an 84 now, wins MIP. McMillan, wait, no, not the Pacers. The Hawks. Okay. First team, you got Luka, James Harden, LeBron James, KD, and Jokic. Second team, you got Steph Curry, Russell Westbrook, AD, Gordon Hayward, and Embiid. And the third team, Chris Paul, Ja Morant, Melo, Kevin Love, and Sabonis. First thing I'm noticing, no Giannis, because I just had Giannis on my mind, and I'm realizing quickly that he's not here. He got Gordon Hayward over him. Just go ahead and get through the play-in game. Oh snap, it started simulating the playoffs. League leaders in points. Luka was the league leader in points. He's up here in a, oh wow, there's actually a lot of people averaging like 12 plus, 11 plus assists. Rebounds was prime Bulls Andre Drummond. I did not mention him. Here's the top 10 of points, rebounds, assists, whatever, steals, blocks, field goal percentage, Zubats. Hello. Ayo. Before we go any further, I want to shout out to Prize Picks. Prize Picks is the best place to play daily fantasy sports. It's available in over 30 states. And if you use the code Clique, you get up to 100% back on up to $100 of your first deposit. And I nailed that. First take, first try. Let's do it. Kevin Durant, 6.5 assists. Had less than that in 3 out of the last 5 games. So I'm for sure going to go with less for Kevin Durant. 12.5 rebounds and assists for Julius Randle. Feels very doable. I'll go for more with Jalen Brunson, 18.5 points. He's got that in most of his games. Although I think the last time I went for that with him, he failed me. KD's been playing great this season, but if he's usually dropping high 20s, I'm going to say he gets less than 30.5. I'm going to just have to go for it. The last one, Luka, I know you've been missing a lot of your threes this year, but you've been teetering around 2.5 threes made. I'm going to say you get more. You check up a couple more against those Clippers. Put down $20, you're going up to $200 or even 40 if you get 4 correct. I just realized I picked KD twice. Screw it. Take his points out, give him more to De'Aaron Fox points. He's playing the Nets. They got like Patty Mills starting or something. Thank you to Prize Picks for sponsoring this video. Remember to use the code CLICK for up to 100% back, up to $100 of your first deposit. Now to get back into the video. For some teams that got players added, there's teams like the Spurs who have a bunch of young players, and they're guys who actually went open overall were like Josh Richardson and Doug McDermott. Same goes for the Magic, just young players galore. And the Rockets, hell man, I gave Trey Burke a 78. I don't even know he's really on the team in real life. Is he still even there? The obvious teams are probably good. Well, the Clippers are very good with John Wall, and the Celtics are very good with Isaiah Thomas. The rest, well, you could see it. You got eyes. Maybe actually, screw it. It doesn't matter. I'm trying to see who's good when it actually matters. The playoff run. First round, I need a game 7 to care about you. You know, the Warriors are out of here. Golden State gets eliminated by Dallas. Luka. Memphis beat New Orleans as well. That 2 underdog rounds. And same over here. The Hawks get beat by the 76ers. Another underdog round. Miami loses to Giannis, and the Cavaliers defeat Chicago in game 7. Donovan Mitchell 35-10. The Suns and Lakers are in a game 7. That's prime LaMarcus Aldridge joining the Suns with Chris Paul in this prime against prime Westbrook and prime LeBron. I even got to say, I got to distinctify that at this point because he's been playing and he's had a pretty down year so far. Screw it. I thought this would be a really fun game to watch. It is a 5-point deficit for the Phoenix Suns with the Lakers having the ball. Patrick Beverly controlling it. And he throws it away immediately. The Suns get it on the other end, and Cam Johnson trying to take LeBron to the basket. For some reason, he's in the post. Back out. Chris Paul, mid-range, pump fakes it. Cam Johnson going to get the screen from LaMarcus Aldridge. Johnson's going to pull up for 3, and that is off. Rebound by Aldridge, though. LaMarcus into the post. And he pulls the mid-range. That is green from LaMarcus Aldridge. Real confident in that shot that, you know, kept him in the league for about, 15, 16 years. Russell Westbrook isoing on Chris Paul. He goes between the legs twice to the left. left, and Westbrook all the way. Layup blocked by Aldridge, and back to Westbrook. Westbrook out to Beverly for three. An awful shot. He misses. Rebound Crowder. Jay Crowder not playing for the Suns in real life. He's just sitting at home watching the games, but he's back now because I guess the game said so. Ball down to Aldridge. Aldridge in the post. He fades away from deep mid-range, and that is off. Westbrook gets the rebound, and because 2K stupid, they're going to foul in about 3.5 seconds. Or maybe not. Oh, there it is. Yep, there it is. You know what? Screw it. At this point, Simcast passed this. There you go. Oh, they got fouled anyways. Jesus Christ. Why is AD wearing 55? That is one of the Zach Randolph numbers I've seen in the repertoire, and that should do it regardless. The Lakers are going to move on to the second round. Chris Paul, Devin Booker, LaMarcus Aldridge eliminated to a very, very worthy opponent, to be fair. And the Clippers and Blazers are in game 7. Screw it. Just simulate it. And oh, wait. The Pacers were too? The Blazers eliminated by the Clippers, and what? Did they say the Pacers? Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. They were the first versus 8th as well, and they lost by 2 points. All right, second round, you got Clippers versus Lakers, Mavericks versus Memphis. So Ja versus Luka in the LA battle. Then you got Isaiah Thomas against the team that he was traded to, and Joel Embiid versus Giannis. Grizzlies get bounced in 6 games. Bucks are out of here as well in 6. So are the Clippers to the Lakers. They were the #1 seed, but they lose. And the Celtics as well lose to the Cavaliers. Joel Embiid versus Jarrett Allen. James Harden versus Donovan. It's going to be tough for the Cavs, but they do have Kevin Love and Ricky Rubio, actually. Hey, he did sign back for that team. Wait, matter of fact, wait, are they benching? They're benching Darius Garland, aren't they? Yeah, they are. Wow, that's one hell of a move. And we've got prime LeBron versus prime Luka, the MVP against, like the 4-time one. It is 2-2 in both series. Let's see, either one going to 7. They both go to 7 games. That is worthy of watching for sure. Any Eastern Conference Finals game 7, we're in there. And the game is going to the 76ers over the Cavaliers. Embiid and Harden was just too much. And Luka just absolutely dominating the Lakers in game 7. Hell, I don't know if it's Luka. Well, it definitely was Luka, Western Conference Finals MVP. Thomas Bryant led the Lakers in scoring. LeBron shot 7 for 17, AD 5 for 13. Where is Westbrook? Westbrook 4 for 12, 5 turnovers, 12 assists, but Luka had 47, 14, and 9. The only player in the entire game to score over 20, which is really weird. So in the finals, we have prime Luka, prime Rondo against prime Harden, prime Joel. Not the very most climactic game, I would imagine. Hell, Rondo's he was not even on the Mavericks. He just signed there. They just made the correct signing, said, hey, Luka, there you go, a player to give you more shots in good spots, and call it a day. Luka barely even likes to play off the ball. Screw it. Is this series going to be close? Show me. It is a 3-1 lead for the 76ers, and they win in 5 games. James Harden, 44 points and 13 assists per game to win the championship in a league of all the prime players. He's the best prime player, even though he couldn't win when everybody wasn't a prime player in 2018 or 17 or 16 or 15 or 14. I don't know who the hell Dakota Mathias is, but he decided he couldn't hang. And the NBA draft lottery, hell, honestly, one of these teams needs Victor at this point. And the Nets have Houston's pick, or I don't know. No, I think that's actually, they're going to swap it probably either way. And it goes to the Rockets. Yep, they kept their pick from that Harden trade. They didn't need Brooklyn's pick. And now to the NBA draft. Screw it, just simulate through it. First overall pick, Victor Wembanyama goes to Houston. It's looking like that might be a very distinct possibility in real life. They're one of the trash teams that we expected to be trash that actually is trash. Really just them. And I don't know, like the Jazz are the best team in the league right now. Also, weird turn of events. Scoot did not go #2. Free agency is, all fair game. Whatever happens, happens. I didn't turn it off, so I just see it whizzing by right now. Melo signed a long-term deal with the Cavs. Derrick Rose goes to the Clippers. Dwight Howard to the Warriors. Rondo takes Rose's spot on the Knicks. Cousins goes to the Lakers. Blake Griffin to the Suns to take Aldridge's spot. Aldridge goes to the Heat. Kyle Lowry goes to the Heat. Oh, wow. Look at that. Well, he was already on the Heat. Kemba Walker goes back to the Celtics. Oladipo to the Hawks. Mike Conley to the Pacers. Iguodala to the Spurs. Joe Johnson back to the Hawks. Porzingis is going to be a Laker. Paul Millsap to the Mavericks. Andre Drummond to the Clippers. Chris Middleton back to his draft team of the Pistons. Isaiah Thomas says, screw it, I'll go play with Victor. Tyler Hero, you're probably restricted anyways. Yeah, you just don't have your extension in the game or in this roster. Christian Wood is going to go suffer in Sacramento. Oh, yeah, Udonis Haslem's in his prime, and he's going to the Pelicans. RJ Barrett signs with the Thunder. Sure, why not? Grizzlies get Hassan Whiteside. Jordan Poole to the Nets. Gallinari to the Blazers. Karis LeVert to the Cavaliers. Mavericks, Eric Bledsoe. I just wouldn't understand why a team, why would you let Jordan Poole go if you're the Warriors and he's restricted if there's no salary cap? That's the one thing that confuses me. And speaking of no salary cap, there's still a couple players that are free agents, but screw it. Just simulate through. I've named all the top guys. So now we got Melo, Kevin Love, Donovan Mitchell, Derrick. Holy hell, there's not a lick of defense being played on this team. Mobley is going to be struggling. Now we got D Rose and Kawhi Leonard. There's going to be negative emotions showed in that locker room. And John Wall's still there, so they're just going to figure it out, I guess. And now they got a real center. Well, I mean, Zubats is cool, but now they got a better center. And they were already the first seed, so they're definitely going to be the team to look out for. Not going to lie, though, as I load in the draft class, I think soon I'm going to start doing some stuff to offset how good Victor is in these simulations. Because I saw someone commented recently, and then they're like, yeah, Victor just takes over everything. And I agree. Actually, you know what, though? I might just go in and just make him worse, just because we don't know how it's going to be. It's It's like how Paolo just got drafted. Paolo is incredible. It looks like he's going to be the next revolutionary, great NBA player. And yet his potential is in 2K is an 89 as he got drafted. And that's good. But, you know, the hype right now is, yo, he might be a 94, 95 in the future. I'm not that people are weirdos and talking in real life like it's a 2K rating, but I don't know why. I just did like a self-check over of the All-Star game and then just didn't say anything. Here's the All-Star teams. Bunch of bums. I personally think I'd be in there. Most interesting thing here is LaMelo Ball on the team. Not that he doesn't deserve it, but also if you want to look over who's the 99s in this league, Giannis, LeBron, KD, Chris Paul, and Curry. Sounds about right. And you got Jokic and Kawhi right after them and so on and so forth. You love to see it. Carmelo Anthony, most valuable player. Scoot Henderson, Rookie of the Year. John Wall, Sixth Man of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year, Dwight Howard with the Warriors. Emmanuel Quickly wins Most Improved Player. JB Bickerstaff, Coach of the Year. I like how you can see that one strand of gray hair in Harden's beard. It's just one. Unless that's just a 2K effect or a picture effect. No, you could. No, yeah, I'm pretty. Goran Dragic, All NBA third team. And Julius Randle, All NBA third team. Playoffs, you got the Lakers and Cleveland at the top of the conferences. Not to be surprised with either one, honestly. I don't know why it's simulating the playoffs again. Harden led the league in scoring. Curry not far behind. Steph Curry in assists. And rebounds to Dwight, his teammate. Mitchell Robinson far and away in field goal percentage. My God. It's actually terrifying. I'm happy to have this guy on my team in real life. You know, knowing he's setting wilt-breaking records. That being said, all of these guys with top field goal percentage did not qualify for three-point percentage. But guess who did? Buddy Hield, of course. Span Jaden Ivey attempts. Oh no, that's field goal. That's field goals. I mean, that is pretty crazy though that he attempts the most field goals in the league. Jaden Ivey does have an 89 shot tendency. I don't know what happened to that team though. All right, screw it. Simulate the playoffs. Portland's out of here. Pacers, Miami, Philadelphia, Pelicans, Suns, Hawks, Lakers, all out of here. Screw it. Let's make our way to the conference finals. Clippers, Cavaliers, Bucks, and Grizzlies. And yes, I'm not going to glance over that. The Cavaliers got cooked. The Lakers got cooked in the first round. The survival of the fittest, and so far the fittest is Jabari Parker. And the Bulls, literally just normal. They lost Drummond. They might have signed another solid bench player, but I mean, they're looking pretty normal to me. Celtics got Kemba Walker back. I mean, they already had him in the first place. So we're just looking at very normal teams right now. Not in the first place, but a couple years ago. Dwight Howard on the Warriors, that propelled them. They have their super team back all the way up to the conference finals against DeAndre Jordan at power forward and KCP and Jokic and them. Also, the reigning champion Sixers got bounced in the first round by the Celtics, who are obviously here now. And they're down 3-0 to the Bulls. Oh my God. The Bulls sweep them. Who is on the Bulls that I don't know about? Is that Drake? No, that's Danny Green. Oh my God. They are just completely normal. Joe Ingles. I mean, I don't know what's really moving the needle here. Denver is going to win in 5 games as well. So we're going to have a very weird matchup. Power forward, or now he's at center, I guess. Center DeAndre Jordan against a normal Bulls team. Hell, they even benched Jabari Parker. And it is going to game 7. I'm trying to jump in, but no. You know, the Nuggets don't want to allow that. Denver is going to win by 10 points and win the championship. Jokic, 40, 14, and 14. He had to come back and do it for the Euros after Luka lost last year. Speaking of Luka, didn't even make the playoffs this year. Holy hell. Didn't even make the play-in. Luka's team, it's because they lost Rondo. Matt Ryan retired. The Thunder have 3 of the top 5 picks. Holy, oh, wait. I think a couple of them went back, and all their picks fell down. It's actually devastating. Matter of fact, the Rockets got the #1 pick again, and this time it's actually from Brooklyn. They draft Isaiah Collier. I saw comments telling me that I did a good job pronouncing his name in that one video that he was on the team. I forget what video it was because all of these just blend into my head. I'm slowly going insane. Kawhi Leonard, LeBron James, Kevin Durant, and Chris Paul are all free agents. Where are they going to go? No contract, salary cap, whatever. Hey, Tyrese, how are you? Oh my, Chris Paul and Kawhi, the 2 Clippers, all-time Clippers guys, team up on Atlanta. Kevin Durant goes to the Lakers, steals LeBron's spot, and LeBron goes to the Pacers. Westbrook is a Knick. Harden joins KD on the Lakers. Back Thunder brethren. Not going to be traded for instead of Serge Ibaka this time. Kyrie Irving to the Bucks. Paul George to the Heat. LaMelo Ball stays with the Hornets. Draymond Green to the Jazz. John Wall to the Lakers as well, joining Harden, KD, and to form a big 3. Oh my God. I think at this point, I'm just gonna stop reading these. I mean, you can see them. They're on the screen. I'm gonna go and just see the teams in a second. All right, so the Bulls got Rubio now instead of LaMelo. Sixers, oh yeah, right. So James Harden is gone now. They got prime Drew Holiday. Bucks now have Kyrie and Giannis. The Cavs are still stacked to hell, even though they lost last year. Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown left. Now Derrick Rose is alone on the Clippers with Gordon Hayward and Andre Drummond. I wouldn't call that alone really, but it is what it is. The Grizzlies have never signed really anybody except for Whiteside and Eric Gordon. The Hawks not only have Chris Paul and Kawhi, they still have Trae Young, and they have Oladipo to start at the 2. And Joe Johnson, just to really cap it off. They're going to have really Joe Johnson and Trae Young getting buckets off the bench more than likely. And Colin Sexton. Jimmy Butler and Paul George is a really cool duo because they were compared to each other for the past 50 years. And they got Jaylen Brown, who's just another player of that same archetype. And LaMarcus Aldridge and Kyle Lowry and Bam. LaMelo Ball is just straight up alone. Draymond Green is pretty much straight up alone aside from the greatest player of all time, Lowry Lowry. Oh God, now I'm starting to say it correctly and it's pissing me off. De'Aaron Fox has a team. Westbrook, Rondo, Julius Julius Randle, Rudy Gay, Jalen Brunson. What a team. KD, Harden. AD is still on the Lakers too, and Boogie and Porzingis. I don't know if anybody's going to beat this team. Paulo is a 93. Well, there goes that. And it's got D'Angelo to, I don't know, exist. Luka still has a mediocre supporting cast in this league. I mean, it's Eric Bledsoe and Paul Millsap. I don't know what you want from him, really. Ben Simmons is the best player on the Nets with DeMar DeRozan. To be fair, Jokic's team wasn't really that good, and he just won the ring. LeBron's now with Tyrese and Mike Conley. Zion's got Udonis Haslem. Cade Cunningham's team didn't even fill out at this point, but they did sign Tyrese Maxey, and Chris Middleton's still there. Victor and Jalen Green looking to take over the league sometime soon. They've also got Isaiah Thomas at the point guard. He's awful at defense, but screw it. Victor can protect the paint after someone blows by him for the 87th time that game. They've actually got a pretty beautifully constructed starting five right here with their top 5 players. Iguodala is trying to lead the Spurs back to the lottery. Devin Booker now, no Chris Paul, but he's got Blake Griffin and DeAndre still. Shea's got Siakam and Sabonis. That's something. RJ Barrett too, Canadian brethren. You got Karl Towns. This team looks exactly the same except Goran instead of D'Angelo. Curry, Dwight, Clay, DeJounte Murray's here now, sure. Al Horford, Tobias Harris, Andrew Wiggins is a pretty cool team. And then Beal and McCollum, the 2 players that were constantly compared as the secondary options to really good point guards. And here they are together. Now all we got left is to simulate. I'm happy to recap everything because I've been confused as all hell looking at these teams. Here's the all-star teams. Don't care. Win a ring. I don't care about you bums. Yeah, once again, I want to shout it out again because I know I just threw it in there. You know what I'm saying? We got the podcast. We got a new little pod. You're going to hear me talking a little more about NBA stuff. I know. I got to feed the streets. Yeah, they needed it. You know, I respect Dom. He's old and wise. He's been around this YouTube thing for like 10 years. Jokic, most valuable player. You know what I'm saying? Jaden Ivey, 6th man of the year. Wasn't he averaging the most shots in the league? It's because he says, yo, don't pass to anybody on that bench. LeBron James, DPOY, Zubats, most improved, because he heard me talking about him when I said they signed a better center. Steve Kerr, coach of the year. Sure. Luka, Ja Morant, LeBron James, Julius Randle, and Nikola Jokic, all NBA first team. Yes, Julius Randle. He did it. He did what he did in the All-NBA second team that one year and did it even better. So now he's the first team in the greatest league of all time. Ben Simmons, speaking of the man, he is second team, but a bunch of new school players. And then you also got the third team, Goran Dragic again carrying the Timberwolves, and Paolo's here. I think Paolo's potential actually went up because I jacked his overall up because the roster I was using had him at a 78 and he's like an 83 now. So I think it went up by like 5. All defensive second team, Shade and Sharp. And there's no rookie teams because no rookies play, I guess. Wait, really? That's kind of odd. Screw it. Simulate that play in. First round, Warriors and Cavs are the best teams. The Lakers, though, did make it out of the first round, even though they were the second seed, slightly inferior. And the Lakers have been eliminated by the Nuggets. Jokic gets that KD-led super team. That Jokic is leading a team with his second best player, DeAndre Jordan and Desmond Bane, over Porzingis, Durant, Cousins, Harden, Wall, Covington, AD. There's only one lesson to learn from this. There's only one basketball. And Golden State able to take care of the Timberwolves. Cavaliers, Kevin Love able to defeat the Bulls. The Bulls aren't. You know, we see who's the best teams though so far. And here's that Hawks team with Kawhi and Chris Paul, their new signees. So that's who will be playing this round. We just looked over every team, so screw it, just simulate. The Cavaliers get 4-1 gentlemen swept by the Hawks. You know, the typical term that we always have to use for a 4-1 sweep or a 4-1 win. A game 7 between the Warriors and the reigning champion Jokic. And Jokic is going back. I have never seen him this dominant in a simulation. This is insanity. Jokic, a 130-108 win. He's going to the finals, 28 points, 11 rebounds, 12 assists. I gotta look deeper to the Nuggets stats because this is insane. They literally have KCP starting in a God Squad league. I mean, yeah, they got Porter, Murray, and Jokic, and a new addition Desmond Bane, whose stats or tendencies are trash in 2K, so he's not even that good. I'm actually surprised though he isn't starting. They still got KCP over him. All right, finals, Hawks and Nuggets. Is Jokic still good enough to defeat this another God Squad? He loses the first game, loses the second game, loses the third game, and that is it, a 4-0. Kawhi Leonard, finals MVP, helping Chris Paul finally be unringless. Here we are again. I feel like players should be starting to get long-term deals. Honestly, screw the draft at this point. The simulation's coming to a close soon. So if Victor ain't doing nothing, hey, you ain't doing nothing. But yeah, I feel like certain players should not be. Oh, Giannis signs with the Lakers. Another player, another casualty of the war of pride. And Curry goes to the Suns for whatever, him and Booker, I guess. AD, though, leaves the Lakers for the Cavaliers, and Kevin Love stays with the Cavaliers, even though they play the same exact position. Donovan Mitchell goes to the Spurs. Cade Cunningham stays with Detroit. Rudy Gobert to the Bulls. Jalen Green and Victor re-sign with the Rockets. Brook Lopez to the Bulls as well. Knicks get Brandon Ingram. Julius Randle leaves for the Nuggets. That is devastating. Not like they won the ring anyways. DeAndre Jordan leaves the Nuggets for the Nets. Oh, but they have Julius Randle now though, so they actually have a power forward. But maybe they saw some room for adjustment after getting swept. But it was working pretty well to at least make it to that point in this simulation. And Evan Fournier to the Bol to the Heat. I do have to acknowledge I haven't talked about it much in videos, but Bol has been fantastic in real life. Bol, I've mentioned this, not to do this again, but on the podcast, that he has a 75% true shooting percentage in real life, which is the highest in the league by over 5%, at least as of right now. For example, Giannis is at 63 in the game, and he's a run and dunk man at the heart of it all. I know he's good at it, but he is. No, but some old heads forget, like they don't watch Giannis, and they forget that he's actually developed a really nice mid-range over the years. It took me a couple years of convincing too, I won't lie. Once I saw him hit him in the playoffs randomly, I'm like, okay, hold on. There's something there. And Joe Johnson, how you doing, buddy? There's the All-Star teams again, bunch of bums. Oh, hey, Victor. God, his wrath is about to be imposed. Jokic, well-deserved MVP. Assad Noel, Rookie of the Year. Kevin Love, Sixth Man of the Year. LeBron James, Defensive Player of the Year. Gregory Jackson, MIP. Doc Rivers, Coach of the Year. Paulo Banchero makes the All-NBA first team. Along with these guys, second team, boom. Victor, how you doing? Third team, DeMar DeRozan, hello. And Jamal Murray, Utah. Wait, he lost Jamal Murray too? And yet Jokic is still the second seed. Seen a lot of the normal culprits here at the top of the conference almost every single year. Can we check though who's the best players as of right now? Jamal Murray led the league in scoring with Utah, 34 points per game, over basically 4 points higher than Donovan, who used to be his old rival back in the bubble. Ricky Rubio also led almost 3 assists over Ja Morant. Rebounds was Victor by over a whole rebound over Drummond. Blocks also Victor. Steals LeBron. And Mitchell Robinson, how you doing? Oh my God, DeAndre Hunter, best 3-point. He didn't shoot as many. Screw it. The volume isn't there. You're a fluke. Bring me to the finals. Bring me to the conference finals. The Knicks lost, sadly. The Nuggets still holding on. All right, the Lakers lose to the Warriors. The Lakers lose yet again despite having Giannis, KD, John Wall, DeMarcus, Harden, Porzingis, Brogdon, a disgustingly beautiful rotation, and they lose to the Warriors, who, oh my God. Oh, well, they lost Curry though, but they have Tatum, Howard, Clay, but they lost Curry, and they're gonna go to the conference finals again. And LeBron, I just remembered, is on the Pacers, so LeBron is playing Melo in the Cavs. And wait, who won it last year? Oh yeah, it was the Hawks, and the Hawks aren't even here. The Hawks lost in the play-in game. They nearly made it, but they lost with the same or similar team. They lost. Oh yeah, the team looks almost exactly the same, and they lose. And look who it is, DeAndre Hunter. What do you shoot from 3? 0 for 1. Come on, dog. Is LeBron finally gonna get himself a ring in the simulation? Time will tell, aka about 30 seconds. He is on the verge of coming back from down 3-1 as the Warriors lose to Jokic yet again. Another loss by a team to Jokic. This has been a very back and forth fourth quarter. Screw it, I'm jumping and we haven't had much gameplay. Five-point deficit for LeBron's Pacers. Cavaliers have the ball. AD throwing it in. Obviously, the Cavs are another god squad of a team. And I think I see Enes Kanter in the game as they throw down to Mobley, but he gives it right back to AD for the N1. That was one of the most beautifully ran 2K plays I've seen in a while. They throw it into the post, floor entirely stretched. No help off of guys like Enes Kanter, and AD just runs in and gets the N1 over the smaller defender, Tyrese. And they got Jalen Brunson on the court now too. They subbed out Ennis. LeBron guarded by big body Jarrett Allen, actually, who went viral a few years ago for blocking him when he was on the Nets, because it's not very often you block a LeBron dunk. Jarrett, wait, what's his name again? I don't remember. Benedict Mathurin for 3. That is off. What is that man's name again? John Collins. What was he trying to say? Jarrett Collins. Oh my God, John Collins. The Hawks try and trade him every year, and well, he's definitely traded in 2K. He's on the Pacers now. Halliburton, do you have any more left in you? Tyrese, once again, I'll say it again. I know you might watch the videos sometimes, but he has one of the ugliest jumpers in the NBA, and he made it in 2K as well. They mo-capped it and everything. Here he is for 3, Tyrese, and it is off. I was about to say, though, he creates it really well in real life. He'll still get open randomly and take shots that don't look like they should be taken, and he'll make them. As, oh my God, he gets burnt by Darius Garland, and the Cavs are going to go on to win this game. They got a 10-point lead. Anthony Davis, 28, 11, and 4. LeBron, 33, 7, and 8. They had a little duel there. The former teammates, they were teammates at the beginning of the simulation. Here they are facing off the conference finals. And now we've got not a LeBron, but a Cavaliers. Oh, wow. The Nuggets got Nick Smith, and the Randall signing must be working. They got Nick Smith, Randall, Jokic, and MPJ. The team is actually, and they still have KCP starting at the 2. I want to see, is this series going to be close? Nuggets get 2 wins, 3 wins. Denver, 4-0 sweep. Jokic, 36, 11, and 12 per game in this finals. They went to OT in game 1, even though it was a 9-point win by the Nuggets. And in the end, Jokic had 43, 10, and 19. Second game was an easy win. Third game was an easy win, and Jokic had 51. And the fourth game was an easy win, and Jokic had 23, 16, and 7. I think I might go at least one. I want to see one more. Oh, Nikola Jovic retired. I just saw him. There you go. Screw it. I'm gonna simulate straight to the playoffs. I'm not gonna look at your rosters. Okay, I might see who signed some places. Not much movement. Jimmy Butler goes to the Spurs. They haven't had a soul on their team this entire time. And Klay Thompson joins the Hawks. Carmelo Anthony wins another MVP, unless I'm mistaken, and I'm just making that up. Kevin Love, 6th Man of the Year. Dwight Howard, DPOI. Mikey Williams, Most Improved Player, and Steve Kerr, Coach of the Year. The first team, the second team, and the third team. Hello, Paul Millsap. Let's just make our way to deep into this playoff run. We got the Cavs and Golden State still at the top of the conferences. The Nuggets lost in the first round of Portland. Multi-time champions and contenders, Denver. Wait. Oh, no. So they signed Blake Griffin and then lost. I don't know. Is there a conspiracy theory there? Who knows? Even Jaren Jackson Jr. signed here. They got a lot of, Jesus Christ, the power forwards of hell. They got way better. And this is a theory that I have a lot of times in 2K, and I guess you could even say in real life, but really 2K. Because in real life, like, let's say I'm Nikola Jokic, right? And I know he's an unselfish guy, but let's say we sign a bunch of good players and then you're spreading the ball out more, and eventually you're like, wait, this isn't working. We're missing a bunch of shots. Give me the ball. In the game, though, they just have tendencies, and it's like, who gets the ball gets the ball. And you could see his player efficiency ratings down, probably his usage even. Yeah, it's a little bit down. In the game, I feel like if you have too many players that want to take shots, sometimes it's a bad thing. That's why a player like Ben Simmons a lot of times is good to have in 2K. I want my good players to take shots, not someone that I don't trust as much. Cavaliers get eliminated. Portland, Raptors, Warriors. The Knicks make the conference finals with JaVale McGee, Wendell Carter, Rudy Gay, Brandon Ingram, and Russell Westbrook against Jaden Ivey starting at point guard next to Cade Cunningham, and with Jarrett Allen at center, because Cleveland had 75 big men. And the Lakers finally make it with John Wall, James Harden, KD, Giannis, and Bam against Victor J. This is the pinnacle right here. We finally made it to see if Victor can actually make a dent in this league, because I was actually slightly rooting for him, unlike most leagues, because he's actually terrifying and too good for most leagues. But the Knicks are up 3-1. They're going to defeat the Pistons going to the finals, and the Rockets defeat the Lakers. Victor is strong enough to defeat this God squad with Danny Green. He did miss 1-3, but hopefully it wasn't the game winner again. That's a joke. They're down, but they lost by 16. The Rockets versus Knicks. Is Russell Westbrook strong enough to defeat Victor? He wins the first game. He loses the second, loses the third, loses the fourth, and after all said and done, Victor Wembanyama, or Wembanyama, it always sounds the same, wins the championship. Oh man, another video, another day, another dollar, and another Victor win championship that dominated simulation, God, king, legend. Dude, give him all the titles. Isaiah Thomas still on the Rockets said he said, screw it, hey, I'm gonna play with Victor. And yeah, he definitely played with Victor. And Jalen Green shot 2 for 14, and they still won by 6 points in this game. A whole lot of offense, very minimal defense, a 131-137. And that is it. Well, here we are again, met with our fate, inevitably. You can like, subscribe to the channel if you care about our channel at all. Let me know what the hell you want to see next. Comment Thaddeus Young, just Thaddeus Young, because I said so. That's it. I'm gonna get the hell up and out of here. Cut.